Peace and love. Angel number 000 on the clock. Sending you all positive energy, high vibes, success on your entrepreneurship, all love, all positivity. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. You hit the like button and you leave me any comments or any questions in my description below. Also, any requests, and I'll be glad to assist you. Today, I'm going to be speaking about the energy of Saturn. Once we're dealing with the energy of Saturn, Saturn governs Saturday. So if you hear me teach, I'm always speaking about the energy of Saturn, because Saturn is the planet that gives us the negative blockages, the obstacles, and the trials and tribulations for growth. Okay, so Saturn is a tough planet because it helps us to tune into the energy of being responsible, being dedicated, being devoted, building strong foundations. 111 on the clock. 1111. And it helps us to tap into the power of our aspirations, being able to create a beautiful reality by building, by having discipline, by having responsibility. And I always like to say that Saturn is symbolic to the authority figure that showed us responsibility, taught us how to have morals in our younger days. Okay, this could have been a father figure or either a mother figure or even a uncle or a grandmother, some type of authority figure that showed us how to be responsible, showed us that tough love in order so we can learn from the decisions and choices that we make. Okay, and once we deal with Saturn, it's like 222 on the clock. Trials and tribulations. It's tough, but it's going to work out for our highest good, because it's going to shape us to become better. It's going to shape us to tap into the energy of being practical, being persistent, building out of logic, because it's going to help us to create that legacy. And it's all about starting with movement, action. If it's nothing but one step a day of moving forward on your goals, it's better than nothing. So once you think of the energy of Saturday, you can tune in to doing a powerful rituals of writing down powerful affirmations of what you want to bring forth into your reality. You can get a journal and write down all the things that are abundant to you, all the things that you want to create, and start having that momentum to start building that strong foundation, building a brick a day if you have to, because once you start to be creative, you start to operate out of the passion from your heart, by creating, by walking in your soul mission on the planet, you then is going to have powerful ascended masters that's going to help you with your creation, with that passion from the heart. And you're going to be in perfect alignment with your manifestations, in perfect alignment with the center, the creation, the beginning, the internal. Okay, it's like everything starts in that center and it expands itself out. So it just shows us how to tap into the energy of expansion, how to tap into the energy of building, how to tap into the energy of perceiving a higher level of consciousness, because it's eternally flowing, it's eternally moving, and it shows us that every day in the universe. So Once we are operating out of the passion from our heart, we are creating. We are participating in philanthropy. Then we then have the power and the love amplified back to us 100-fold. So it's a beautiful energy to tune into once we're dealing with Saturn. Even though it's going to be challenging moments, even though it's going to be negative blockage, it's all for growth and ascension. It's all to access the God that dwells within you and to have that power that you have inside of you lit, radiating powerful electric magnetic energy all throughout your body and expressing it externally into the world. Okay, so that's all for Saturn energy and Saturday. Now I'm going to be speaking about the spirit animal eagle. It says vision, freedom, and inspiration. Now, once we think of the spirit animal eagle, they are known to be the king of all birds, some of the largest birds. You ever heard the saying, looking at things from a bird's eye view? This is because the eagles have tunnel vision. It's like 50% of their face is covered with their eyes. So they have these huge eyes and they can see they prey from miles away. They are known to make the huge bird nest. They are seen color white as they face, and the bodies are black. They are native to Africa, Asia, and Europe. 7:17 on the clock. But we have almost over 60 species of eagles. They're also used on varieties of flags of nationalities. They are used in America on the dollar bills, on the money. And they also was used in the army. Okay. And they were used to train the drones in the army as well. Drones. Okay. So they're very common birds. And they show us how to have that structure, the drive, that passion, strong will, because they're known to have strength, power, courage. And once they, excuse me, the wind blowing, I'm not trying to have my cars blow all over. 8:28 on the clock. Once they see their prey, they don't act right away. They are observant. They sit and they watch their prey before they attack. So eagles have us to have the understanding to take our time, be patient, be persistent, make sure that we're making the right choices and decisions before we act and we take that aim at the target. Before we aim for the goals, okay? Now, eagles is known to have long and committed relationships because they stay with their mates forever, for a lifetime. And the female actually takes and keep the eggs warm for 35 days, and the male goes out and hunts its prey so that they can have food. So if you have the eagle energy, you can be an individual that love a committed and everlasting relationships. About loyalty, about honesty, and about commitment and building a strong foundation. Okay, very family oriented. So they are seen as the strongest birds, and they carry the heaviest loads. So as we think of that 10:10 on the clock, as I said that, it's like the eagle shows us that we're going to go through transformational times, but we have to be able to get through the wilderness. We have to face our challenging moments head on, you know, and don't get distracted. Don't get discouraged, but continue to move forward. Okay? Even though it's going to be tedious, just know that we can come out strong. When we deal with the energy of eagle spirit animal, they are formidable creatures. Okay, so it shows us how to tap into our energy of our power and our strength. Okay, and I saw an eagle the other day, and the first thing I thought about was eagles fly high along, because they love to spend their time high in the sky, and they are mainly alone, besides when they are with their mates, so it just tells us it's okay to be in a stage of solitude. Once we are in the stage of solitude, hermit mode, it reminds us to tap into our truths, the true essence of the soul, what's fulfilling to us, what's abundant for us, and to move forward with our aspirations. Okay, stand strong in our convictions and build a beautiful empire. Create the things that we want to create. 12:12 was on the clock. And have that energy. 2:22 on the clock. Of being strong-willed and stoic, and just knowing it's going to happen for me. Even though it might be fierce, it's going to work out for my greatest good. Okay? The challenging moments, they don't last forever. But we have to have that drive, that focus, and that mindset of not giving up, even though the times are hard. And once we're in that energy, it just helps us to manifest beautiful things in our reality. It helps us to bring forth beautiful things into our reality as well. 13:13 on the clock. So we always want to be able to have the understanding of the spirit animals, because it helps us to be in a connection with the universal knowledge. I always have to do that 360 circle. Everything is going in 360 movement, and it's eternal for us, and it just reminds us that we are capable. We are all vessels of the divine. We are connected to a powerful source, and we can activate that power within us and be able to be whatever we want to be, create whatever we want to create, and it's about working hard. And it's going to work out for us. So I'm going to see what's the energy for today. Oh, I have chorus flying everywhere, you all. Let's see. I'm just going to lay them out as they fill out, because when they fall out sometime like that, it's just like a message. When they start flying like that, it's a powerful message from the divine. So I found me a really nice spot under a beautiful, huge tree. 555 on the clock. And the wind is blowing good. It feels so good here. It feels so good. So, let's see what the energy is for the divine. 15:15 on the clock. And I'm holding my cards because the wind is blowing. This is the energy of celebration and 3 of Pentacles. Okay. Now, this is the energy. We have 3 of Pentacles. We have 3 of Cups. And we have 6 of Cups. So this is the energy of wildest childhood imagination. 6 of Cups. And when I think of this energy, it's the energy that we could be drifting back in the past, you know, and our past experiences, some of them are good, so it's okay. But some things we have to leave in the past and move forward, you know. But the energy that I'm reading, this is the energy of improvement. This is the energy of inspiration, you know, inspiration, passion, love, and positivity. You having improvement that is happening in your life. You're moving forward to a path of greatness, okay? You have divine protection, guidance, and love. And you are celebrating your wins and your success. You are happy for all your achievements. And it's like you have the energy of brightness, happiness, celebration. Celebrating the wins. Proud of what you have created. Ooh, and proud of what you have become. Now these cards are blowing. Oh no. Alright, I think that'd be cool right there. I have to run all over the place and get these cards. I'm gonna put them back in the box. 2 of Wands, 6 of Swords, and 8 of Swords. Okay. We have the energy of moving from a space of having to do a lot of internal work, a lot of betrayal and transformational times. Okay. But you have moved from that space. Okay. This is a move. So you have had that death and rebirth from a transformational time, a mindset, something that you had to let go that was no longer serving your highest good. And now you have the ball in your court. Okay, 2 of Wands energy. You have that fire, you have that action, and you have that drive lit within you. Okay, you have the God that dwells within, the leadership, the power, being productive, being persistent, acting out of leadership. And now, let's see what's to come. 1818 was just on the clock. Your manifestations is coming into fruition. You had that tower moment, and that tower moment built your character. You had an overbearing experience. And now, it's like your manifestations is coming into fruition. So what's ahead is 1919 on the clock. Death, rebirth, challenging moments, boom, manifestations is coming to fruition. Okay, so we have the stage that we have to go through trials and tribulations. We have to go through negative blockages, Saturn energy, but they're all for growth and expansion. They is to build our character, to help us to become. We always want to become. And there's no way that we're going to get through the life without having to assess that darkness and shine some light on that darkness, the transformational times, the traumatic experiences, the things that we don't like. But as we sit down and we tap into self-discernment, there's a lesson that needed to be learned in order to build that character. And it's all about building. We become aware of the self. We have that self-awareness. We have the understanding of who we are. We have the experiences to know what is fulfilling, what is not fulfilling, what's essential for the growth in order to move forward. So it's going to be challenging moments, overbearing experiences, trials and tribulations. We all have them. But we have depth on those situations. We are able to move forward from them situations long as we face them and say, okay, this is happening. Let's see what I need to learn from the experience. Let me see what I need to release in order to stop the negative blockages. Let me become one within myself. Tap into my wholeness and my fulfillment. And then I'll be able to move forward on my path. Everyone in this universe have an experience of 10. The Tower moment and the 10 of Swords, okay? And I was thinking about it came to me, 10-10. And I did a powerful video on 10-10. It's powerful because it's a part of initiation. But once you come up out of that initiation, 222 was just on the clock. You're going to be the strongest and the powerful person that you always wanted to become. Because all that time you was going through death and rebirth and overbearing, challenging moments. It was shaping you. It was molding you. You was going through the process of fermentation. You was going through the process of how the crown chakra, the purple, once is lit with that fire. And that heat from Amun-Ra, that electrical energy, it turns its form into liquid gold. It transforms into liquid gold. So we have to go through that process of transformation. Okay? So we have to have the understanding of that. It's going to be trials and tribulations. But at the end, it's going to be gifts. It's going to be abundance. It's going to be love. It's going to be positivity. And it's going to be abundant for you. So yesterday, I was listening to the story of Beauty and the Beast. And I'm like, okay, Beauty had a beautiful soul. She had a beautiful soul. And it was like the fairy godmother was the ancestors. And it was like they knew everything that she was doing. Okay? She worked hard. She did chores. She took care of her father. She was kind. She was righteous. She had a pure heart. She loved her sisters, even though her sisters were mean to her. You know, she took care of the beast. She created harmonizing relationships. And the moral of the story was she received that karma from her heart being beautiful. Not only was she beautiful in her physical appearance, but she was beautiful internally. She had the heart of a righteous being, you know, and it was like she received the karma, you know. So it just lets us know to tap into the energy of integrity and serenity. Embody that love internally. Express it externally. All throughout the universe. And let that righteousness, that divine light shine. Let it shine. Let it glow. You know, and as we think about the cartoons, I always like, you know, I'm going to do a video on Lion King. Because I watched that in the 6th grade. And as we have the understanding of the allegories of the universe, you know, if we sit down and we watch them, even though we might be 30 or 40 years old, there's a message to everything. You know, the universe always gives us messages and signs. Everything has a unique meaning. It has a purpose to it. Nothing happens by coincidence. You know, so you're never too old to tune into the energy of Disney movies, Disney stories, because I bet you there is a lesson that needs to be learned, and it's an aspect that you can take on your journey to help you vibrate to a high frequency of love. You know, so at the end, Beauty received the divine counterpart that resonated with her. A handsome guy, an abundant life of happiness, joy, and bliss. So, I love you all. I'm sending you all positive energy and high vibes. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. You hit the like button. You leave me any comments, any questions in my description below. And also any requests, and I'll be glad to assist you. I love you all, and I'll be back with more. Peace and love.